come on, you stupid.
What in the world are you doing?
I am trying to get this base off of this base because I want to rebase him. Base. No, I apparently glued this too well when I originally attached it to this because I want to take him off and do a little bit of a build up so that he's more of a like, he just has more height. But I'm actually having trouble because this portion is really stuck on there.
Oh.
And I can't unstick it yet.
I mean, I saw you using an X-Acto earlier.
I was, and that's loosened it, but it's now to the point where like the blade is dull enough. I don't actually think it's doing anything, and at least not to the point where it wouldn't start to be dangerous. So I stopped doing that. So I'm trying to just, wedge it a little bit. It's just not quite going as quickly as I want it to. It's working slowly. It's just slow. So what we've done now is I stabbed myself immediately after that last vlog that we filmed and using one of the tools. Don't do that. Be careful. Don't stab your fingers with sharp objects.
I warned you.
I know it wasn't the X-Acto. It was like the blunt sculpting tool, but it did still like, poke me and there's a little bit of blood.
Practice safety, folks.
Practice safety. Don't do what I say, not what I do.
Blood for the blood god.
This is Zinch though.
Oh, yes it is. All right, so this is the Sphyranx. It's very dark. Let me see if I can brighten that at all.
Yeah, let me see.
No, I'm bringing it up.
Okay, if I do that, does that work?
That's a bit better.
Cool. Yes, so I have the Sphyranx. I finally got him off the base, obviously, and stabbed myself. But I have now cut some corkboard out. I've used some PVA glue, so just standard Elmer's glue here in the US. And I have mounted most of him down. His back feet aren't mounted. I'm sorry, that was probably very loud. This was not shut all the way. I have not mounted his back feet to the two rocks that I've added, but I have glued down this front portion. So my plan is to use these super cool tufts from Gamer Grass that I got at Games of Berkeley that are like neon pink and purple. So I'm gonna do the dirt. I'm gonna mix a purple paint with some Citadel basing material that I have. So this sand that you can see. I think this is ancient. I think we've had this for like
a long time.
A very long time. I'm finally gonna use it. I'm gonna mix some purple paint into it to match the darker color in the tufts. Do that as my dirt, put the tufts on, and then I'm gonna do the portion that the Sphyranx is standing on and then the rock bits that I added in Apothecary White to make them look sort of marble. And then I might do some glowing rune work in the actual runes themselves and put like, I don't know, a blue or a pink or something in there just to make those pop a little bit. So it just is this really bright, vivid thing. And I hope it looks awesome.
Angela.
Yes.
The Sphyranx, it's not glued to the base anymore.
I had a realization.
What was that realization?
I was doing some testing of using this flocking material, the sand. And let me pick it up for you. And I really like...
Under the light, please.
Oh, of course. So I really like the way that this is turning out. It went down exactly how I expected to, but I like how that looks. So I'm gonna do a test with the spritz bottle to spray some watered down PVA glue to seal this, make sure that it actually holds really well.
Mm-hmm.
And if it does, then I'm gonna do that to the base. And it occurred to me, after you and I were talking about it, that it would probably be easier to do the sand on that if he wasn't attached yet. And so since he wasn't fully dry or anything, I just popped him off, which is why I'm glad that I had not glued his back feet down yet. So you can see where he was. I'm gonna leave that little ring as just excess glue to kind of give me an indication of where he should be going again. And
you're gonna paint it with a layer of Mod Podge.
Yeah, so I'm gonna paint it with a layer of Mod Podge, which is what I did with this. So I put some Mod Podge down on the corkboard, which Mod Podge is just a tacky sealing material that a lot of puzzle people will use to like seal puzzles. I've added some cream colored paint to this, and so that's why it looks a little more opaque. Normally it's a little bit more
white.
Yeah, it looks more like Elmer's glue, except that it's got a different viscosity. And then I have one that has black, but I figured the cream colored would be easier to see where the sand covers and everything. But yeah, that's the plan going forward. So I'll be using my big old brush and painting down some sand.
Angela.
Yes?
What have you done?
I have made art!